what I'm at right now is like I want to be like you. It's like you don't understand how much I admire you, how far you came and what you've done with you. That's why I'm close to him, because I've seen the beauty he's done with you. I've seen the transformation y'all done together, and I'm here for a reason, and we have a connection as well. And I'm willing to do it. I want to go deep into it with your permission. And I'm just like, all right, well, I can sacrifice, me really feeling like I could do it for her to take the shine. But in my heart, I didn't really feel like that's what I wanted to do, because he said, and you're going to be in the background. And when he said that, it triggered me, because I'm like, I'm not made to be in the background, yo. I know that about myself. I'm not made to be behind nobody, and I shine really bright.
In this live, Noelle expresses her frustrations about Malia being Mr. Bishop's favorite.
A pregnant seashell that I found from the ocean. The ocean put it in my hand. Hey, mister, put it in my hand. Oh, he put it on my forehead before we fucked and said, "You gonna have my babies." And I believed it in that moment. And then fucking got 6 days late thinking I'm pregnant. Nigga was like, "Oh, I want Malia to have the baby first." Nigga, why you fucking me like that then?
Here's where Noelle screams at Malia about all the attention she gets.
She said, "Oh, he ain't complimenting her all day." He complimented you all the most fucking dick. He can do all fucking attention. He is fucking disrespectful, bro. You get all the fucking attention, bro. All the fucking love.
Noelle's various expressions of jealousy. Noelle is constantly comparing her and Malia's sexual relationship with Mr. Bishop. Here's where she mentions it in the audio interview with the detectives.
How many times did these people change names? And I'm just checking out this video because, listen, this girl did another video after she left, and I recently saw that. That's probably going to be the last video that I edit or upload on this. Where she was saying just lies. And she was saying she hadn't been with just one other cult member, and that's a lie. She was with Yada. I remember that. I think she was with Yada first. And after she left, I already showed y'all, but we already knew, right? Most of us, that she was with TKO after that to get back at Natureboy, then went back to Natureboy after that. She was also with 2 others. I can't say their names because I wasn't watching those cats, but y'all know who they are. And so, maybe some of that is in here too, but it's like, dude, come on. Of all people to pick, then you gonna also turn around and just have a whole sham of a trial? Like, cut it.
Also mentions that she has all the qualifications to be a better woman for Mr. Bishop, which shows she was always in competition.
Why did he pick her over you?
Because of the sex. He says the sex is better. Even though I have all the qualifications for him, he says the sex is better. So he's like sex. What he call you to him? He once said, "I'm his concubine. She's the queen." He literally said, "Malia is queen, and Material is wife or concubine."
This is all based on Noelle not getting what she wants from Mr. Bishop. In this live, Noelle admits to working with...
it's true. Now, let's keep it real. We all know this. Even before or without doing any digging, we knew this off riff. But once you go and actually look at everything and you see it, then it's like, what are we denying here? Has the state proven it on top of that? No, they haven't, but they've shown a whole lot of other shit about them.
The group to keep Mr. Bishop locked up.
Yeah, we've been working behind the scenes. No, it's okay. We've been working behind the scenes for a good minute to make this all happen. Yeah, it's not just me. It's like a lot of people behind this, People.
Now let me tell y'all, this is a video that clearly Aya and the Musketeers over there put together. Okay. And I'm just kind of listening to it with you guys at the same time because I really don't have but so much time. I'm not going to say I agree with everything that's in here. Okay. That's up to y'all. And normally I don't really post stuff unless I'm trying to make a point or I don't agree with, or I do agree with it or something like that. But right now I just don't have that kind of time. So again, it's up to you.
Calling in and people have been, doing their work, but I just want to let y'all know that we are doing our best to keep him locked up.
Also noticed that she also stated that she felt like she didn't belong in the background. So when she realized that she wasn't going to be queen.
The fuck out of here. I would never fuck with you. You would never be my queen. Nigga, you got to be out your monkey ass mind. I'm dead ass serious. I don't want you.
She felt like her ability to express herself to the highest capacity was no longer available.
Now, I did have that scene in the other video that I'm going to put up. At the end, he did say, I'm going to keep you. But he definitely, wasn't going to make a queen. Here's my thing. 2 things. He would never make her queen. And he would never let her be with Solar. And honestly, Nentiri, from me watching her before she even went there, I mean, clearly she has a lot of issues that would make her go there in the first place. And then, from what we've seen and everything. But she always struck me as a person who is, definitely wants to be in a spotlight and could, is the type of person that's made for the spotlight, if that makes any sense. So I definitely believe that she would never allow herself to be backgrounded. But the issues that you have to make you choose these routes and to keep competing and keep going to different guys, hoping that they headlight you, instead of going out and just shining your own light, just girl, get some help.
And that shine became her motive. That's her motive. No matter everything she does is for her shine.
When it comes down to me and my brand,
That's a fact.
that I'm building for myself, it shall not be tarnished. I really wanted to just get my social media platforms booming again.
And I'm going to change up my whole page going forward with my businesses. I'm going to start doing my art again, doing my music again.
You can find that in my link in my bios.
Listen, I was seeing this girl before she even did this. Okay, and I talk more about that in the other video, but I was seeing her and even having contact with her before she did this, and that was so brief. And she wanted to shine. She wanted to shine.
It's finally here, y'all. We got the Lotus Gang shirts. Okay, this is a crop top made by moi. I want you to get one. If you're riding with me, you want to get this tee.
I'm really big in the public eye. I'm very big, and regardless if I wanted it or not, my status is going to go up there.
Watch how people go for
After this? You sure? I mean, Nentiri didn't even give me half a second. And, I think my channel was, had more traction than it did now. But I've never tried to have a large platform. So even with my, I guess you could say, small platform in comparison to how many people have large platforms today, a lot. She didn't even give me a chance, a second, to even really get back to her in a timely manner and corroborate something just to do an interview before she was just like, it was like she just said, F it. Then I started seeing her under certain people's pages and I'm like, oh gosh, why is she doing this? That's weird. And the next thing you know, look up, she's done started that, doing that. This girl, go to her old page, y'all. Not necessarily under the same name she's carrying with Carbonation, but close. She had a dude. They were together. They seemed to be on the same type of spiritual journey. You know, she was doing videos regularly, videos with him. And where is it? Bali, I think. That she was supposed to. He went there with her. And they were doing videos from there. She was very regular with her stuff, and she was building her brand. But I think she didn't have the patience. She wanted to shine. I don't know what specifically happened with her and that dude, but she did eventually leave that dude and go right into, you know, showing the signs of being with Carbonation. And that's when I was like, okay, I won't be looking her way anymore. And then lo and behold, I look up and she's there. Just wow. It's just real wild.
Their opportunities in life. If they're gonna stab somebody in the back, talk shit, spread lies, do a whole bunch of low down things, then that person shows that they'll do anything just for some glitz and glamour, for money, and their respect and their morals and their self-love is not there at all.
The truth is that you're in your lowest self.
You don't even see it.
And I know that by experience. Every time that I called you and I told you how I felt, you was trying to drag me to my lowest self every single time. No, I was not. I had to look at it for what it was.
Wow, to watch these two go at it. I've seen this 1,000 times. No, thank you. How about that?
Darkness, the shadows.
You can cover it up with makeup. You can cover it up with niggas. You can cover it up with whatever you want to, but you're going to face yourself. When you were here, you wanted to be with 5 guys. You was like, I want to be with him. I want to.
Yeah, but look who's talking, though.
Be with him.
I can own up to my shit. I can own up to it. Yeah, I slept with 3 men, not 5. 3.
That's not good.
Babaji was the second one, so I was the third. Lloyd was the first one.
Oh, I was so afraid to come out with it, but I knew when I got it, like, I knew that I was going to have to come out with it some.
What state was that she was in with Musa? On the streets, working for him. Chicago? I mean, the last thing anybody wants to do is be like, oh, this person, and look at what they, what they call it, slut shaming? Is that what they call it? No, this one is just too extreme. And it's not even about that in particular being extreme. It's about the whole situation being extreme. It's about that being extreme and it tying into her motives and her goals and what she wants to get. And she was sure that she get that from being with Natureboy, whether it was through her and Solar or it was through her and Natureboy. And although other people let her down, she invested in, I guess she feels the most in this situation. And the ego games between her and Eligio that he shouldn't have played. Now, again, back to Willow and Rambo. I watched them, I don't know, yesterday, day before. And they were saying it real. You know, you play, this is what you put out. This is what you get back. You play the stupid games, you win stupid prizes on both their ends. All the ends. Don't get in court, lying, being a victim. Stand on it.
Herpes, 10 plus 1 and 10 plus 2.
My body was not fucking with the whole being with Soka and Solar thing. I went to the doctor. They said, look, we don't know what's going on. Because they couldn't even put the shit inside of me. That's how bad the flare-up was. It was like, it was too painful for them to do anything with it.
Before you got here,
pay attention.
You wanted to be with other guys outside of Carbonation. That has nothing to do with us here. You cannot be like, my vagina started doing this. My vagina. Listen, you came here looking sick as fuck, bro. And that's just what?
Look at her. Press play. Listen to this.
They not lying. They not lying on her. These people do stuff and say stuff on camera and then act like, because you may not have seen it or you wasn't there, or they want to give a different narrative that's going to go away and they can lie, and that's not true.
I was a prostitute and I was losing my mind, self-worth, my soul, my courage. I was losing everything that made me me. And I came here and I got healed.
So before you came here, you was prostitute.
Now, do I believe that what they're saying and what they be saying is 100% when they do these confessionals. Again, the unfortunate truth we have in this situation is that these people do be acting, they do mix lies with truths, and they do have requirements that may not be in alignment with their reality. Let's just say in this situation, all of them are required to make confessions for whatever reasons. That's just a fact. However, while doing so, they are expected to humiliate themselves as much as possible. That extends beyond their confession. And they are allowed to follow certain cult rules and rituals that are at that time in place. If that's over compliment the queen, bow down to the queen, kiss somebody's feet, this, that, and the third. So you'll see mixtures of that with them making their confessions. But this girl telling the truth about her hoism.
I had prostitute experiences.
How many men did you sleep with?
I don't know.
Look at how sick she was when she came to me. How much money did you make?
I don't know.
Thousands? Hundreds?
Possibly thousands.
Or definitely thousands. Which one? Possibly thousands.
I don't know.
You told me that it was thousands.
This shit blows me. It blows me because this is right here in Georgia. When I watch this, I can see any dude in any situation, because a lot of times people don't be paying attention. It could be somebody you don't even realize that wants your ass up out of here for whatever reason. All they gotta do is send something your way. It's that easy. It's that easy. It's crazy.
Not 10,000s, not 15,000s, but in the thousands, like possibly, I would say 5 or
5,000, 6,000. How many men? 30, 20, 30?
I definitely do not keep count of how much.
Right, but it was a lot. It was a lot?
It was a lot.
A lot of men.
I became the very thing that I didn't want to be. I became what everyone said I was already.
This bitch is the whore of Babylon. How long was you doing this?
Not long at all.
What's not long at all?
I would say like
4 months. 4 months? That's a long time to be prostituting. And you was prostituting out of a hotel?
No.
Where?
Not really. I did.
You was doing this in a car outside on the strip. Chicago. Got this.
Doing this.
You representing something bigger than you.
Yeah. I'm a prostitute, and I allow a lot of men in my body. I became pure. So I came back to the knowledge, and I'm recycling, I'm detoxing, that's the energy that people sense on me. Oh, she's demonic,
That's how they push through. They're saying, push through the Terry. Push through. They're saying push through.
Weird. Yeah, this happened to me before.
Scared about what? Nigga, I told everybody in the fucking world I was gay for pay. Sitting up there crying about some stupid shit like that. Nobody gives a fuck.
That's true.
Don't nobody care that everybody got their own problems. Don't nobody care that you had to sell your body for money.
The reason why you look like you look right now is because you healed a part of yourself when you was here. Before then, you was falling off. You're hurt because we told you to leave because you couldn't face yourself.
Everybody.
So I'm just coming across this video this morning. Did Aya and them put this whole video together? I mean, I don't know when they did it, but this so far, this is not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I would like to see them incorporate also the whole Solar thing about her wanting to be with Solar, because while they focusing on Eligio only, it's more than that. She wanted either or. You make me your queen, or you let me be with Solar, because originally that's what she wanted to do. And in my opinion, she thought that her and Solar could really just be the king and queen. Like, they could really just, step all over Eligio and Velvet.
Peace, love, and light to you all.
Hey. Hey, but this.
What happens when you kick a goddess out?
What you say, baby? Come up there, speak your speech.
I said that's what happens when you kick a goddess out. Like, another man's trash is another man's treasure.
Right, that's the thing. Like, even with her leaving and like talking shit about Chief, she know that we have a lot of haters, so she even using that as an opportunity to get attention towards her and to like be seen as somebody. And even with the charges, like it's
a trend. It's a trend. I mean, these girls and all that, yeah, but they not lying about this shit though. It's a trend with her. She goes to the ops. She aids in the ops just to get, to her. I don't know. Ask her. Ask her, to be honest. I don't know what she gets out of it. But she has done it every time. They dumbasses. Well, I know it's Eligio's decision, but letting her back,
all for her weird, revengeful, and just more attention on her. It's weird.
All I'm going to say is this. There's people in this world who wait for karma.
Wait a minute.
Then there's gods in this world.
Is this York's son? I believe this is Dr. York's son. Y'all let me know in the comments if this is correct. And she was with him too. Okay.
That can wield it.
They say
Malachi Z. York. This is just so we clear. Malachi Z. York.
Tell others how you want someone to do unto you. You know how they say karma. Karma doesn't have to necessarily be a bitch. Karma's a bitch if you're a bitch.
Come on, man. Y'all want to play games on the internet? I'll play games with y'all, man.
You want to play with the big dogs? Huh? You lying? Oh, you know what's going to happen. Anybody that's smart knows what's going to happen.
Do you think that she could just go around and go into people's lives and mess up their lives and lie on them? Like, there's not going to be some repercussions, or like someone's not going to have to pay for that.
There's people in this world who do things for money.
I accidentally.
And then there's people who make her serve time for doing this. Easy way of getting revenge. And
Let's go back some. Let's see.
Anybody that's smart knows what's going to happen.
Do you think that she could just go around and go into people's lives and mess up their lives and lie on them? Like, there's not going to be some repercussions, or like someone's not going to have to pay for that.
There's people in this world who do things for money. And then there's people in this world who do things out of devotion.
You send that man to jail and you lying like a motherfucker. All that time that he did, you need to do, bitch. We ain't even on that, my nigga. But that's what you need to do, because you like playing them system games. Your ass need to be in there, my nigga. And they owe him money, my nigga. Because just because she doing time, that ain't justice for him. He need back pay for what y'all doing.
This is her way of getting revenge. And I actually can reverse it on her for lying to the court. She could go to jail for false accusations. Press 3 if you know I got a case against her now.
I mean,
this bitch is playing with the court system.
Honestly, he got a case against the court system. Because I don't think Janae initially had the guts to do it. But I think she was coaxed into it, and that's why they're suppressing interviews and stuff like that. Just a guess. I mean, but look at all the other stuff we see. So I don't think it's just a Janae he got a case against, bro. For real.
And lying to them and harassing me. I'm not trying to force nothing. It's her that's forcing it. This is such an easy case to beat. She's incriminating herself. If I bring up everything that I've had on her, I could then press charges on her and actually make her serve time for doing this. This is false allegations.
During multiple occasions, we have Nefertiri doing the same thing multiple times. As far as when she leave a dude, she tried to throw dirt on his name. Example 1, we got...
Me and TKO was more than just a PK. Me and TKO was more than just what the media portrays us to be. They think it's for clout. They think it's for this and that and third. I really thought that that person was some kind of blessing in my life. I really thought that that person was some kind of new start. I really thought that things could go somewhere. My thing about it is I cannot sit back and ignore signs. I just couldn't believe that, you know, he would try to do certain things like hit me. But the fact of the reality is that we have to be mindful about intentions. I didn't necessarily know what his intentions was with me.
We got Yada. If you know about the conscious community, you know he had a little movement going on. She went and fucked with him. And this is the review she had about him.
Wait a second. I had to run back in here. Hold on. You didn't think a pimp was going to pimp a hoe? I mean, you was a prostitute. He knew that. He got you. And he probably was looking at you like, what you mean? He probably thought you was like, you know, understanding the assignment. Like what we linked up for. Apparently not. But yeah, I see Yada is trending again. Okay. And you know, people not being quiet, so that's good. People letting them know, y'all better watch out. Y'all better do y'all research, because Yada is y'all pay attention to this shit that's going on, man. Yada is running around here getting promoted by all these platforms. He was just on Jason Lee recently, Hollywood Unlocked. This is what they do. I won't be surprised to see Polite out and up again in a few years. How did Yada have such... These people didn't get compensated for what they got scammed out of. I mean, he was a huge scammer, him and his girl. And this wasn't too long ago where he got, you know, busted to the point where he really wasn't profiting anymore. So what he do? Be quiet for a short amount of time and then all of a sudden everybody's promoting you? Something is sus about that.
So, 23, you decided to take a spiritual journey.
I went to Thailand.
But I've been talking to you way before then.
Yes, I was trying to come to you since I was like 22, 21. Yeah.
Yeah, but as long as I was in Belize and you used to be on the phone with me and Nana all the time. You was actually supposed to be me and Nana's wife way long ago.
That's a fact. I was supposed to be with you long ago.
Yeah.
But it was like 3 times we had conversations, but I was just too in my ego, my low.
So you was on a spiritual path back then as well, because you was already doing research and you ran into me. So what happened back then?
I don't know what happened.
Mind you, if you go to her page, she had a dude.
I disrespected you or in some type of way, and that's when you told me, you know, go with Yada. And that's when
I told you to go with Yada?
Yeah, you did.
I forgot. Yo, that's fucking crazy. I forgot I told you to go.
You did.
Y'all was telling people to go to Yada. Like, you know, I was pushing people away. If you was trying to come to me, I was pushing them away. Like, yo, go to one of these other niggas. I didn't even know why I said Yada. I was just like, yo, like, I don't be wanting people to come to me. People actually, like, have to bang my door down to come to me. People don't know that. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to just, you know what I mean, come to me. I put you through a lot.
Yeah.
But, okay, so you actually went. I was just saying that, like, but you actually went. Like, maybe this dude would be better for you. Go over there. You know what I'm saying? So you actually went with Yada.
Yes.
Peace, love, and light, everybody. It's your girl Nititi at the Yadadian Village of Health and Wellness. I'm about to do my 7-day water fast within a tent. I feel amazing about it. I feel confident about it. So many words has been spoken into me. So much life has been given to me. I thank Brother Omek for preparing me for this. I thank my family for giving me extra energy. And I thank Yada for the opportunity.
And that was an experience, and I'm here to speak about that because I placed myself in a situation I didn't know anything about. When I went to Yada, I contacted him to be a student. I seen that he was taking in students to go to Ecuador for free. And I was like, oh my God, like this is exactly what I'm asking for. I want to go back into the tropics. And me and you wasn't even like
on speaking terms.
Yeah, you just said go to him, and I was like, fuck it, all right. And then I messaged him about being a student. I wanted to learn. I wanted to be a part of the nation. And his message to me was basically saying, you know, I'm exactly what he's looking for. And from then I was like,
okay, hold on. I was asking to be a student, but it looks like he's turning into something else. So I went along with it. I was like, okay, cool. He said I'm the one I'm looking for.
What were you looking for? What were your boundaries for that man? What were your intentions for yourself? You gonna sit there, well, yo, you want this? Okay, take me now. Take me down like an idiot.
I didn't know about the other women, such as Aja and Ashe. These were my sister wives.
You didn't know about them originally?
Yeah, I didn't know about them originally. I just thought they were just women that came around. Ashe and I was with Yada going around Atlanta. Aja was in Ecuador. When Aja came back to Ecuador, he took all of us, gathered all three of us into a hotel and told him what he was doing. He said he want all of us to be in a polygamous relationship with him. We just thought he was just cheating on all of us with all of us.
Oh, God.
It wasn't like that. So we all agreed. He courted us, got us.
So okay. Again, I'm not sure what all's on this video. I'm just gonna let it rock out. But this is a lot, right? There's a lot that I can think of that could be added to this video. But, you know, we're only like a quarter of the way through, so who knows what we'll have. And this a one-sided, okay, let's say the courts have the burden of proof. Okay. So they try to present what they feel like is proof, and you're supposed to be able to present what you need to present to prove that that's actually not proof, or that it's false, or other little things like inadmissible and or malicious, or other broken rules. But when you pretty much deny the defense anything, this is one of the reasons why old girl got off Casey Anthony. Go watch the interview with Dr. G, who did the autopsy on the baby. Go watch her talk about it's a Dr. G autopsy, something, I don't know. It was a series, and I used to watch the series, right? And she came on and she did the autopsy with Casey, the baby, Casey Anthony's baby. I forgot her name. It's Callie or something. I don't know. But she did the autopsy on the girl. And when they testified her, just that little back and forth we saw in the court, in Eligio's case, they had this, and the prosecution was trying to stop them from being able to say a lot of things because, the defense, I'm sorry. But again, a lot of the things that, she would testify to would help get a conviction, of course. So they were trying to get this, that, and the third thrown out, and they were successful with a lot of things. Also, because at the end of the day, you can object, you can say, you can try, but the judge is going to say yes, no, sustain, overrule, that sort of a thing. When they managed to get her a second round, because what she is trying to make clear to everybody while she's narrating this show, that there's so much information that needs to be told, but they're picking and choosing what they're trying to get from you and ask you, right? Because whatever is going to help their case, that's what makes sense, right? She said, however, it's medical, it's an autopsy, it's not that cut and dry. And when you want something, you're going to tailor things to fit your narrative. But when they managed to get her back on a second time, I don't want to misquote because it's been a while, but I think she said something to the effect of she wasn't able to give anything. If anything, they took some of the stuff off the record, but she never was there. Like, they would ask her a question and she could only give a yes or no, but it was never that cut and dry because people don't understand this in a medical term. They don't understand the medical reasoning for it being maybe a yes or a no. They don't understand what it even means to be a yes or a no, and you can interpret it to mean something different. Therefore, it needs a medical explanation to go along with it so that people can understand, and that should be a basic right, in my opinion. However, they would not allow any further like explanations beyond those answers. So it was a lot of stuff like that, a lot of information that they would not allow, that allowed this woman to get off. Therefore, you have people out here thinking cases like this, oh, they let her go, so she must didn't do it. Although a lot of people do feel she did. I'm just using that as an example. People may think, oh, they went to trial, they had a fair trial. I'm not sure that really any trial is fair, because of things that can't be. So I don't know. However, when it's blatantly insane, that's a whole horse of another color, baby. For real.
Together, and we became 3. We became 4, actually. Going back a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta, and not tell him you had herpes first.
Yeah, and that was dangerous, and that's why I take responsibility.
Wow. She also went to, for those who know Dr. York, she went to Prince York, did the same thing to him.
When it comes down to the spirit that he's telling me that I carry, I have since I've first been in Carbonation, Baba G's addressing that, I've now developed a tendency to cover things up, not as openly express.
Listen. This dude right here, no. He is not the business, okay? He is not the business, but, that Libra is for balance. Them scales got to be balanced, baby, like all day. This is just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. There's too many red flags here for them to keep denying anything that they're trying to present from the defense. What we saw in that courtroom was clear and uncut biasness.
As much like
lie,
and not being honest about how I feel is because I went through a lot of traumatic experiences dealing with Prince York. I've protected him a lot. I've had sexual relations. God, that's the first thing that I feel released now.
You guys put hearts in the comment. Give her strength.
So basically, he wanted to hide the fact that he had sex with you.
He wanted to hide the fact that he had relations with me at all.
But he was public with you in your life.
Right, and as my teacher, which he was, but also he was my lover. And I was kind of upset that I couldn't come out with that.
This is what happened in her mind. I'm not saying that's true. And in your mind, you had sex with him.
Yeah, and that's what kind of eat me up, like, mentally. Because I'm just like...
Because you felt hidden.
I felt hidden. I don't like to be hidden.
Yeah, and you were protecting his public image.
Right.
Because you felt scared because he threatened your life before. You said that you came here thinking that he was tracking you down.
Yeah, when I went to TKO, he had this person look up my plane tickets where I went, and he has the ability to look through my messages on my phone by this person. And I thought, at one point I thought, because everybody knew where we were going while we was tracking me, Baba G, and the women. So at one point I thought he was tracking me, but I was like, nah, that couldn't be it. That can't be it. But I just went through a lot of traumatic, things, and he don't see it that way. He sees it as...
So basically, you were telling me that you had sexual relationships with him a lot, and he hid you. He hid you from saying that you was his girl. He made you... Yeah. He basically never wanted you to be his wife. He talked down on you, made you feel bad.
It made me feel like shit. And I couldn't let him go. I really was attracted.
I think it's really bad that this girl kept going to these dudes thinking they was going to put her on a pedestal and make her some sort of a queen and goddess and to be worshipped when she's been a hoe like this. I think that is just why would you put them expectations on them? As if that's a reality. Like, that's not realistic.
So when it came down to,
but what attached you to him was your energy wanting status, because he had status because of his father's name.
My status is going to go up there.
So you wanted status, huh?
I feel like I wanted to belong to something too.
Yeah, like
something
you have to realize you're the type of person that wants status in life.
I mean, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to own up to that shit. Like, you need to like.
Oh yeah, that's fact.
She wants to shine, so she attaches herself to people that are shining, to be shining by association.
Own it. Like, you knew that being with Dr. York and Dr. York's son would make you somebody important. So people call it clout. People call it clout. You just want recognition, and you want to feel powerful, and that needs to be said to the public out loud. Because if you sneakily do that, it makes it look like you're vindictively doing it.
Right. Yeah. I definitely have a Venus in the 10th house. Like, I know that I'm going to naturally be with someone who has status anyway.
But if you try to be it makes it seem.
But is that realistic though? Okay, let's get Kevin. Can we conjure up Kevin? Is that realistic? Okay.
Sneaky doing it, and it looks like it's clout.
But that's not the intention. That's not ever the intention. I know that I feel like I always go ahead and be with someone who has power, status, money, and everything. But I really just attract that in my life. That's what I feel like. And like, yes, I loved how we looked together. Like, I thought we could be like some kind of power team couple thing going on, raising the vibration and thing, knowledge and, preaching the gospel. Like, I really thought we could be something, but he wasn't really trying to take it all the way down.
I have a high respect.
This is stuff that I've said without even actually hearing this particular talk between them. This is something I've said already.
For Dr. Z. York, I have a high respect for what that man did for black people and raising the consciousness and awareness. Just the conversations that we have because of that man, I respect him. I don't know his son. I don't have nothing against him, and I don't know if this shit is true or not. Y'all can do whatever y'all want with it. Period.
Yeah, I definitely fell in love with him. I wanted to be with him in every way. And I really started to respect more his father's teachings, because I know his father's teachings really, really boosted up everybody in the conscious community. But he was trying to, like, not hide away that his,
so basically he had a secret affair with you. A secret affair, because he's married, right? He's got a wife. And so he had a secret affair with you. You didn't want it to be public, but you were treated in a way that you didn't want to be treated.
Right. So even though I cared about him and I wanted to see him grow,
what do you think you did wrong in the relationship? And I want to invite him on the panel. If anybody knows him, if he wants to come defend himself, he can. I think it would be therapeutic for him to come up and talk. Shit. I will open my.
He doesn't do the public thing. That's why I never did it. I wanted to respect.
No, because your relationship.
Like the whole, she putting something out there that he, according to her, they had conflict because she wanted it to be public. Why would you go be with a married dude? Anywho, let's just go.
Public, and it was put out as a lie because you lied. You said you didn't have sex with him.
I did lie. I lied multiple times about his character, who he is. I was lied to.
What is your perception of his character?
That's just another note to make there about her being she's a liar. I don't know if I should say pathological, chronicle. Like she's known to be a liar. She lies a lot. Like a lot.
I could say he could be. I mean, the thing is, you own up that you're a narcissist, but he don't own that. I mean, he says things like whatever he does is just is okay, and sometimes just not be okay. It just be like, what the fuck you really doing? Like, it is mentally abusive. It's emotionally draining. It's exhausting. It was crazy. There was a situation where I had developed bruises on my legs because of the play fighting that me and him would be doing. It was just play fighting for him. You know, for me, I would tell him, stop hitting me. I don't want to fight. I would, defend myself. And he just take it as, just playing. So for those that was in the comments saying, did he really hit her and all this other stuff? I mean, not full on abuse.
So basically, let me try to make this clear. Let me get this clear. So basically, he would, when you entered the ring, would come play fight with you and punch you and kick you in the leg, but it was play fight, but you didn't want it. You like, yo, stop, and he wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Basically. When I had told that to multiple people like Tron went on and told Shaka. And then Shaka and Tron got riled up because at the time, they were fucking with me.
If I'm correct, this girl was with everybody there at Natureboy's camp at one time or another. I think initially she was with Tron, right?
So they didn't want me being hurt in any type of way, shape, or form. But they never pulled up on him because, they diffused it. They know who he is. That's why I don't want to talk about him, because he's somebody who just has power.
I was his personal punching bag.
See,
so,
what?
I'm not saying
these are the type of things that make women who actually go through these type of abusive relationships seem like, they're lying.
Because, bro,
these type of
mentally, emotionally.
He had a black belt, so we play fight. What you're doing,
that's what he told me. He told me he has a kind of black belt, and that's why he has to fight. It's fighting. Bro, point blank, period. And it's okay.
We go from play fighting to now I'm a punching bag. So
that's what he told me. That's what he told me.
This is why it is difficult for women who actually go through these type of things, who actually been
so I wasn't
raised up in all these different things, because they got women like this who say, well, this is kind of like it was, and now you got a bunch of men like, oh, come on, man. You got a bunch of men like, oh, come on.
In your mind, you're saying he had sex with you a lot, but he claimed that he didn't have sex with you, that he was just your teacher.
Right.
I'm not saying that this is true. The man said, could it be like, that ain't happened?
And wait.
They got me really twisted. They're on here accusing me of domestic violence with you.
No. Where did that from?
I deal with the facts. I deal with reality. I get right with you. And when I met Nateri, she was in I would call, depressed state. She asked me, could she be my disciple? Sure. She said she wanted to learn from me. And we've worked together over and over and over again. Me and her have worked together to elevate her to a higher level. And I'm glad we on live on your channel. So whatever,
man, this guy looks like his dad. We agree on that?
I need to hear this, because I cannot continuously allow disrespect in our community to take place. It's a disrespect to me. It's a disrespect to my family. It's a disrespect to my culture. It's disrespectful. So you could cry, you could be sad, you could be mad at me, but the reality situation is, good and well, I ain't lying about nothing.
She said all this shit about him, and then she retracted it. That right there proves her word. You can't trust it. She ain't have to get on the camera and then do all that. Mr. Studio Girl, she ain't have to do all that, my nigga.
Something in me is telling me I don't have to do this. I can just squash it by just not giving it any attention. I should just keep moving forward. Take heed to what my mentor tells me to do, take heed to what my parents, my family, my mother that I actually keep in contact with and discuss things with. Take heed to that. And here's the thing, I don't know if I'm a really good listener because I just do what I want to do anyway.
And he is wrongly accused, falsely accused, because you did what you wanted to do.
She's showing that she'll do shit to get back at you, and she can't just walk away from the shit. Yeah. We got multiple kids, bro. Y'all better stop playing.
That's the truth.
Telling him bye.
Shout out to whoever is narrating this. He's telling the truth.
And I hug him, and he says, "I love you." And I said, "I love you too."
And that's the killer for me.
If somebody really out here got raped, they not finna tell their story, be like, I love you too. And no, that shit don't make no sense.
She's crying at this part too. She's whining at this part, I would say.
I hug him and he says, I love you. I said, I love you too. And that's when he started taking me into the other room.
Oh, here comes the victim. Here comes him.
So he takes me into the other room.
You walk with Poppy onto the other room. He's not taking you anywhere.
Terry, get your shit and leave. Go tell him online. Go talk to him online because I know what's going to happen. We already know what you're doing. You're playing the victim. This is her way of playing the victim. Now you're the victim.
You had to come bother Poppy. He was minding his business teaching. You said, oh, I want to join. But when something didn't go your way, it's the flip side of the situation. You can't have everything. Because sometimes everything that you want is not everything that you need. And you need to understand that. Heal and deal with your traumas. You can't go around
with this evil spirit dwelling amongst you, poisoning other people.
All of this evil that you spreading is vindictive and it's not like that.
An innocent man is sitting behind bars right now because you lied.
This is the type of power they give to the woman. They can just say something.
Aya, can we rephrase that? Can we say a man is sitting behind bars on charges that he is innocent of? Yeah? Instead of just labeling him as an innocent man, because
you can just say whatever, and now a black man is locked up,
which poses questions to the validity. Like, this is looking to be corrupt now.
We about to go to court and have fun with this shit. Do you know this is all entertainment? Oh my God, this is footage for me.
I think I should take this show to Vegas. What you think? It'll make a lot of money.
It was all an act. You come all the way here, come join his life, come join his situation. He all the way at the top of the mountain. You ain't had to come here. You ain't had to come by the Poppy at all. He was minding his business teaching. You said, I want to join.
Y'all forgot these are consenting adults. He says all the time they can leave. We do everything public. Everybody is an adult and they consent to everything that happens. And so I'm being lied upon. And I'm going to let the universe show you what happens when you have a pure heart and you had no intentions of doing bad things to people. And what happens when bad people actually project that onto you? You're protected by the Holy Spirit.
Put some respect on his name.
I go back inside to tell him bye. And I hug him and he says, I love you. I said, I love you too.
And nobody can see that.
And I start crying in his arms. Because I don't know, I was just emotional. Everything was just like piling up on me. The Uber done left me, so I felt like I was trapped there again. And I was like, oh my God,
she's not trapped nowhere.
He already let you go. Like, you was outside with your Uber. If anybody is scared for their life or anything like that, they gonna go and walk, use their feet. Your Uber left you. I'm gonna walk. God damn it, I'm scared. Obviously, none of that occurred because you actually.
Was that Aya just now?
Wanted to stay.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody who's in fear for their life is going to get an opportunity to leave and then deny that opportunity to go back and meet and say goodbye to the person that they claim they're afraid of. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. There's so many loopholes in the charges versus what she's saying in this interview.
Yeah. I'm looking him in the eyes and me being dumb, I got manipulated back in. Literally, I couldn't resist him in that moment. In that moment, I was really vulnerable, and he knew exactly what to say to me to help me stay there with him. Me being dumb, I got manipulated back in. Literally, I couldn't resist him in that moment. In that moment, I was really vulnerable, and he knew exactly what to say to me to help have me stay there with him. And yeah, we did make love in that moment.
Y'all did what?
I did.
What'd you say y'all did?
He knew exactly what to say to me to help have me stay there with him. And yeah, we did make love in that moment.
Y'all did what now?
Okay. To help have me stay, make love in that moment.
Make love in that moment.
Okay. It sounded like a regular conversation went down. You was loving all of the attention, and y'all made love.
You said it was love, and you said you truly didn't want to leave. How is it false imprisonment? How is it rape? When you said you made love.
And I'm just like being a stupid ass, like letting him manipulate me back into the situation and allowing him to have sex with me, allowing him to make sex.
Didn't they say that T was in court? Didn't the defense say that T was in court? Girl, what was you doing in court?
Have sex with me, him to have sex with me.
Notice that nothing about rape was said until the T, Alice Castor, planted the idea.
Do you realize that what he did to you before you left was, do you think that it was truly lovemaking or making love to you, or do you feel that it was, that it was coercion, which is pretty much one step down from, sexual abuse?
Pay close attention how Natiri responds to the question of, did you experience sexual abuse?
No, I know that it wasn't love because it just felt fake. It just felt like he was acting and just to keep me, like I'm just some kind of trophy to keep and not share with the world. It's just, I'm just something to just collect dust on the shelf. And I felt stupid. I felt real dumb because I'm supposed to be this strong ass woman, but I fell right back into it, So yeah, I know it wasn't real. I knew that he was like just having sex to have sex with me so I can stay, thinking all I needed was dick, and that wasn't it. What I wanted was love, real genuine true love for him and the family, forgiveness.
This is a testimony that the defense was going back and forth with them over, trying to get it. Be able to recall her and ask questions, and they just nitpicking over everything that he can and cannot ask. It was just cringe.
And I didn't even get that. So I just wanted to leave at that point.
In this next part of the interview, you see the T coercing Natiri to press charges.
I just want to let the audience know that, guys, I did ask her earlier on in the interview if she was, going to go to the authorities and, file charges for the assault the multiple assaults that had happened to her before she left. And she did say that she was addressing this on her own, and so we have to leave it in her hands and, see what happens from there. But she was asked that question already. So, guys, please stop saying that she should press charges. We have absolutely let her know that, that's what she should do. And I absolutely support you 100% because you were assaulted.
Alice Castor is coercing Janae to press charges on Eligio Bishop. Now that the idea of rape is planted in Janae's mind, 7 days later, she calls the police back. It reads, April 7th, 2022, Miss Noel called back and stated she would like to speak to us. If you got raped, why didn't you tell the police that the first time? Why didn't you initially tell them that? Because the idea was planted in her head after doing the interview with the T. She calls the police back, and now the story changes. But remember in the initial police report when Officer Hugh asked if there was anything else?
Anything else?
He also had his women abuse me, like jump me. So that's another thing.
Notice that when the officer asked her if there was anything else, she never says anything about rape. Now we're going to go into the interview that she does with Detective Moore in Panosium 7 days after her initial police report. At this point in the interview, the detectives and alleged victim are joking over a serious matter.
The Uber's outside, and I try to go upstairs to say bye to the king, and I'm just going to call him the king because that's what the subject to.
Natureboy.
Natureboy. Yeah, Natureboy.
I've seen several videos.
Oh my God. Thank God someone knows what I'm talking about.
We're a little familiar.
Yeah. Oh, thank God. Alright, so I can just talk normal now. Okay.
Elements of a malicious prosecution. At this point of the interview, Detective Moore expresses his malicious intent to lock Mr. Bishop up.
So let me explain how I come to find out about this. This is probably 2 months ago, maybe 6, 7 weeks ago. I get a phone call from this Hispanic lady. But so she told me to look these videos, so I looked up, that's when I started watching these videos, and I'm in awe of what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So that's how I got familiar with that.
Yeah.
And I would just watch videos, not believing what the hell I was seeing.
Yeah.
And another detective, and was familiar because I showed him these videos. He's like, he's been trying to get this Natureboy for a minute because of some things he's seen online. Trying to get this Natureboy for a minute because of some things he's seen online. And yeah, here you are. He is, I'm just going to use it. To me, he's like a real good car salesman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the charisma. I mean, it's, you know, it's understandable. He gets everybody with his charisma, like you said. But it is what it is, you know. So let me real quick go back. When you went back up to say goodbye, he pulled you into another room.
Janae never said Mr. Bishop pulled her in the room. Here's what she describes.
He let me into the other room, led me into the other room.
She clearly says he led her in the room. In the case notes, they have that Mr. Bishop moved her to the room. Next, Detective Moore coerces Janae Newell to press charges. He blatantly states Mr. Bishop needs to be jammed up.
I think we've got a pretty good case here. I mean, really, I do. But it all, for now, comes down to you. Because you sat on the prosecute, I mean, we got nothing.
Detective Moore admits that the state has no evidence, so they're relying on her word to pursue a malicious prosecution.
This guy needs to be jammed up. He needs to go.
I think he needs to put in a mental hospital so he can get help.
Well, they got that in prison.
Yeah, I want that.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I understand you still got feelings for him, okay? And I get that. But he's not a good man.
I thought he was.
The guy is not a good man. You ever overhear them ever talk like, hey, this guy's a fucking clown?
No, they never saw that about him.
He sounds like he could probably go both ways.
Right.
Well, he needs to continue that in prison. I'm sorry, that guy is just not a good person, not a good human being. He don't need to be out here. And I tell this to a lot of people. You need to come first before him. Okay? I mean, you're wanting something good for a guy that's been bad.
Yeah.
Okay?
Elements of a malicious prosecution. Prosecution instituted maliciously and without probable cause. Charges are filed because of personal animosity, bias, or some other reason outside of the interest of justice. Not only does Janae say they made love in the T interview, she also says it in this interview to the detectives. There are 3 times Janae mentions sex with Mr. Bishop. The first time.
And that's when then he made love to me.
The second time.
And at this point, he's looking me in my eyes and telling me this and that and third. We make love.
Once again, she states we make love. Here's the third time.
And a part of me just gave it to him because I did, still care for him.
She says this, but the detective's case notes, arrest warrant, and affidavit were completely different to what Noelle states in her interview.
Casmino has habits of lying in the documents, as the other 2 beings, Detective Gregory Moore and Detective Monica Panosium. They all lie on their written documents.
How is it that you have all affidavit, case notes, arrest warrants, search warrants, all saying different things. The arrest warrant having very, very aggressive terminology, like saying stuff like, oh, he forcibly held her into a room, when that was never, ever said or brought up. So how do you falsify documents? How is that a part of the protocol?
In the arrest warrant, it describes the situation completely different from the alleged victim's actual statements. It uses words like forcibly and against her will to criminalize Mr. Bishop. It continues to read that he forced himself in her. The detectives also put this in the affidavit. Again, they say that he pulled her in the room.
He let me into the other room, let me into the other room.
The detectives wrote that she told him no multiple times, but he kept pursuing. The lies continue. Note, what was actually said and what's written on the paper are not the same. And this is how they got a warrant on Mr. Bishop, by not being honest. April 14th, 2022, Eligio Bishop in DeKalb County on a malicious prosecution. The following video will show a split screen of the SWAT outside and inside of the house.
Yo, get my wallet, my phone. They breaking the door open, yo. We're good. We're coming out. We're good. We're coming out. Don't need to break anything. Don't shoot. We got a baby.
I'm reaching now. Put your hands back to see.
Okay, I don't want to see all this. I just wanted what was going on with that. So let's see.
Just as much as I do.
You need to get your kids? They're going to stay right there.
This way. Everybody ready to go. Okay, let's go then. Everybody get your stuff. Here, come on.
Once we arrived at the police station, they still didn't talk to or question anyone. Only Malia and Zoka were asked personal questions like, what would they do without Mr. Bishop? But no questions were asked pertaining to the charges. After a few hours of just sitting in a room without talking to anyone, they eventually drop us all back off at the house, except for Mr. Bishop. Once they drop us off, we see the warrant on the table. And at that moment, we knew Mr. Bishop was being set up. The very next day, multiple news reporters were knocking at our door.
Bishop, also known as Natureboy, is accused of rape and false imprisonment, along with other charges. Neighbors tell 11 Alive they're stunned by the allegations, but are even more surprised by what this group is posting online.
Eligio Bishop saw a judge for the first time since his arrest earlier this week.
Mr. Bishop, good afternoon, sir.
His case now lies in the hands of Superior Court. DeKalb police arrested Bishop at this home in Decatur, charging him with rape, false imprisonment, and 3 counts of sexually explicit transmission.
This is another targeted attack against Mr. Bishop.
So now you have a prosecutor who is pursuing this case maliciously because of a personal vendetta. All of these people have a personal vendetta against him, and he is not safe right now.
Velvet, one of the prosecutor's witnesses, exposes the fact that Noel was coerced to press charges on Mr. Bishop.
I stand for the truth. I'm about the truth. You're not telling the whole truth. Period. That you've never done that. Ever. You don't even tell people how actually you were coerced into the shit that you did to Natureboy to get him in jail and get him to the point that he's at right now. You didn't want to do that. You were coerced and talked to other people to do that.
The videos went away for a reason.
They resurfaced
And
again.
resurfaced for a reason.
But in all of them, when not upset, she wishes you the best. This is just something I want to pass to you. And she does that because she doesn't want anything to happen to you. But of course she's mad. And I'm not even going to go into that from what I see and what Spirit says. But
She's listening right now. She's in the chat. So whatever.
That's fine. Her purpose was interruption. I'm sorry.
Hello, caller, go ahead.
Terry did not come back there for you. She came there to take your ass down and take someone else back with her.
Now, Terry came in there with intentions on trying to convince Sola that he need to leave and be with her.
And people don't know this, but before Zoka and Sola got together, I was planning to come back to be Sola's wife. Anyway.
You're supposed to come here for the knowledge, for the information that Chief is bringing, the knowledge that he's teaching. She came from other motives.
Fuck out of here. The joke's on you. Nah, go be with Solar in your subconscious.
The pure intentions is either to set you up, get rid of you, or be higher than you. very prevalent when looking at her and listening to her. Extremely. She may be someone put in place to, what did she talk about?
We comfortable as a grown woman to share your sexual experiences with any man.
I just want to do the right thing. And I just started speaking. I thought that was bringing stuff to justice, but it was just adding fuel to the fire. It wasn't a smart thing to do.
And now that we live in a social media era, we cannot take the things that we're doing away. We cannot erase the things that we are doing. When I was growing up, there was such thing as a past. You do what you want to do in high school, about college, and then there was no Facebook, none of that. Now, all of these things exist. Everybody has access to forever.
Everybody's seeing what you did.
You cannot delete files. You just remove them from your viewpoint. You can block people who trolling in this chat room, but we're only removing them from our viewpoint. B, you're looking for love, and C, right? You at this current point have not put yourself in the position to even be able to attract the type of love that you want. It has not happened yet.
Or D, it can actually work. Someone sees my potential. We can go far. I can actually become the person I'm meant to be. I can actually become the person I'm meant to be. I can be a spiritual, conscious girl, but I can also be a girl who likes to be taken out and like to be shown off. Like literally, that's me. So
that's no, princess. That's ego and that's insecurity.
She wants the what's the shit they call this on Facebook? Clout or whatever, to be seen.
And Terry was always wanting to be in the limelight.
Girls, stay single. Your time will come.
Why can't you just be by yourself?
And that's fine. If I'm by myself.
Be there, work.
And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working.
Y'all are 100% correct. I know you. You are fragile. I told you that when I first met you. You are fragile and you are gullible. And you don't know what you're talking about. And you get up here expressing this BS to these women. And a lot of these women on here need to hear the truth.
I understand that. I know that what you're saying. I know that what you're saying. That's why I allowed you to speak. Because I know what you're saying. People need to hear.
I'm so sorry.
Wow.
That men of this world.
He telling the truth.
Maybe even me. In our aggressive approach towards truth. That we have been the ones who are honest and true. We have been made to be the bad guys.
At this point, it's like I owe no one opinion. I don't owe no one any explanations about what I do in my life. I don't owe anybody any explanation of what others say about my life.
Nah, fuck that shit. But Terry, you said that somebody raped you, and they in jail for that charge. But now you telling people to stay out of your business.
No, ma'am.
You don't have no right to give them explanations. But you came out here and said that somebody has raped you, and they are doing time because of what you said. But yet you feel as if nobody have the right, but you open the world to your business. And yeah, you do owe these people an explanation, because these are people, some of them, they give money for whatever reason, because they believe your story. They want you to follow through with what you say that you're going to do.
Post Cash App. I already posted Cash App. All right, I'm going to post it again. You got to pin it. I'm going to pin it. Okay.
So they investing in you. And then you're going to tell these people to stay out of your business, even though it's coming out that you reneging on damn near everything that you fucking said. If that ain't some of the most selfish shit I ever heard, like...
After this, I don't understand how anything she says can be credible. I mean, the shit, when she was saying the shit originally, I don't understand how it was credible.
And now I feel like I have to, chill a bit. Not saying I won't come back on ever again, is I really got to take my time on how I approach things and how I do things. It's crazy because the people who actually do love me and support me really do want to see me shine. Really do want to see me shine.
That's a bad act.
Really wants me to be on social media just because they want to see the journey. They want to see the growth. They want to see. It sucks for them, because now I got to get off of social media because of y'all idiots.
You should never did that.
And it sucks. It really does suck. I wanted to show it all, but it's because of motherfuckers like y'all makes me just want to just go duck off somewhere, because now I'm feeling sick and I don't like that.
It's too much. It struck me to my traumas. So now I'm not going to deal with it.
When pressure came and shit didn't go her way, she gave up. Nigga, I perform under pressure. You can't have nothing precious without pressure.
I've been on here for 5 years, so it's not easy for me to just get off.
I'm going to just do what's easy. I'm going to falsely accuse you.
People are defaming my character, slandering me, bullying me, and harassing me.
I'm just saying, when you're crossing the line and getting allegations against somebody, Yeah, somebody should check you. Somebody should defend against someone that they know personally.
See, you do things because the police is protecting you.
At this point, if anybody want to come after me, I know what I can do to take legal action.
See, y'all are hiding behind the police to do the snaky shit you do.
You build something on a lie, it's going to fall.
At the end of the day, truth is truth. And I'm going to catch you.
Just look at the psychology and why don't the psychology add up? I'm trying to figure out what type of image do they think they putting out. Like, the charges gotta be dropped. My nigga, like, how can they not?
Come on, bro. Like, you should not be in jail. This is the evidence right here.
We got it right here. Like,
it's the proof publicly right here.
Right here. That's been here.
How can the charges not be dropped when you look at how the alleged victim is moving? This person is not moving like no real victim. This person moving like a bitch that want attention.
I grow in a base that I actually care about, people that actually care about me. Like, just like anybody else does. Like, just like anybody, any other YouTuber, any other influencer has done. Anybody else. And now I feel like I gotta, like, restrict shit. And I have to choose and move wisely because these people are not, they're not playing.
Yeah, you looking weak. Yeah, you starting to stick the fuck out.
It does make me really upset because I was literally about to start blasting with reels and start doing my thing, making content, showing how the healing process is going.
Nobody gives a fuck!
But at this point, I'm gonna have to protect myself spiritually because I know this is an attack.
Listen, if you don't listen, when I left college, did y'all know about it? I moved on with my fucking life. Ain't no way in one breath you moved on with your life, but in another breath you keep finding ways to associate yourself with the shit you don't want to be associated with.
Alright, she doing that too. Is because she actually want her supporters to do something. So she's doing something, reverse psychology. It's real easy to see. I don't think it's just me seeing it. I think other people see it too. Like, you want me to continue to talk and say stuff, then you gotta pay me. You gotta show me that you care about me through your money.
So if you would like to continue being somebody who purchases my products and indulge in my services, you can get on the email list. I'll be creating that later on today after I get rest. It's always been business, but it's like, y'all can't see that.
For money? Are we that broke?
You see how the demons come so beautiful? Look how beautiful this motherfucking demon is, bro. Her body is amazing. Stand up for me, baby. Her body alone, like, it's killing shit. Like, stop playing with her face. You see? These women are very smart and crafty and fucking evil. Y'all so evil. And y'all think y'all can run amok and do what you want. But the truth about the matter is, y'all be playing with us. This is why we walk out on y'all. Because why? The white man, you can call the white man. He gonna fuck us up and put us behind bars. You got this white system that allows you to emasculate and disrespect black men. All of you women, when you don't get what you want, look at what you did to young Pharaoh.
Rashad Jamal, Brother Polite, Dr. Seyor.
It's not just Poppy going through this. A lot of black men are going through this.
Hey, while you coughing and ad-libbing, you messing up putting them other names in there. Okay? Everybody don't look at those situations the same way you sit over here coughing in. So cut that shit out.
And most black men don't have the support system that 3 God has. So they in there alone. No family. No help. Being charged for lies.
We're just showing you how corrupt the system is. A year and no bond, no speedy trial, and we got all the evidence. When there's a constitutional right in your amendments, rights that you have a right to a speedy trial.
We have tried to be nice. We have tried to be quiet and follow the rules, hoping that they will play by the rules. But no, they did not.
How you set in place laws and legislations, but you go against those laws and legislations. Going against your own self. And it's being exposed. And they're trying to stop us and quiet us.
We will expose the truth continuously.
You can't stop the truth. You can't quiet the truth.
Pyramid.
Freedom of speech. First Amendment.
We're so used to having these rights taken from us, we think it's normal.
We think it's normal. And so
they call it privileges now. When it's your right.
Right.
It is your birthright.
And that's where this came from.
In unity, there is strength.
We can't allow them to treat us like this. What they doing to him right now is exposing what they doing to all of us. A lot of people out here really do got Stockholm Syndrome. You still getting up and giving your energy to this system.
Eligio said, get out of this system.
You getting up and going on words. You got a veil in your eyes. Empowering the system. All the videos he was putting out. Exposing. He was already exposing the judicial system and how they was treating us. This is why he's incarcerated. They don't like what he teaches. They don't like that he's speaking the truth. It is the very fact. The detective, the prosecutor, the judge, everyone that's involved in this case, they are corrupt and they are malicious.
Yeah.
It's malice. They have a vendetta against Mr. Bishop.
Yeah.
It's a personal animosity toward him that they don't like.
Yeah.
They don't like something about him, but that doesn't mean he committed this crime because you don't like something about him.
And let me tell you something, because people have not been speaking up about it, these people and these detectives have been able to do it for a very long time. This is not the first time that this has happened. For you to not like somebody is not a reason for you to say that this guy needs to go to prison. And we're going to do everything that we can to keep him locked up. How? Against what? What law is there that because I don't like somebody, I think that they need to go to prison, but I have the power to do it, so I'm going to make it happen.
Detective Moore.
All right, so, well, I was going to stop it. Okay.
How is that a part of the judicial system?
We have reasons to believe that his life is in danger.
I thought Fufu was getting ready to say something. I don't think they really get
This point, he has no phone privileges, no messaging privileges. He can't read a book. He can't even look at a photo. They're trying to break his spirit because he's strong and he has his mind made up and he knows who he is.
His life is in danger. He is facing life behind bars because of a lie.
Ain't that crazy? In the long run, and she'll be riding with you. Make you feel like suck your dick, have your kids.
We gonna suck your dick and lick your toes.
He can do all fucking attention, bro. He is fucking disrespectful, bro. You got all the fucking attention, bro. All the fucking love.
And as soon as she don't get what she wants, in any kind of way, then you see her true colors.
If you listen to that video and you hear the words that she used, you understand that it was not rape.
This is a girl who don't love herself. She looking for a nigga that's gonna make up for that shit. She out here looking for love, trying to find it elsewhere when it's gonna come from within. She hate herself because she caught herpes and she caught other shit. We don't know what the fuck she caught.
Ashamed of me for having herpes. And that fucking hurt. So when I went off to Natureboy, I know they wasn't going to hide me because of this.
You felt like something was taken away from you and that no one cared about you. No one was there for you. No one loved you. So you're hurt.
You really disappointed in yourself. It's okay, my nigga. Accept it, my nigga. That's what happened, my nigga. Move on, my nigga. Self-accountability, my nigga.
You're right. Like, I definitely should take accountability for my actions.
And most of y'all women, y'all don't have y'all fathers in your life. Natiri's father not in her life. Natiri's older brothers is not in her life. And guess what? The men in your life is going to make you strong. The fathers are going to make you strong. Your brothers are going to make you strong. So let me, and all black men need to stand up with me and do this. Let me take their place and step in front and say, nah, homie, it ain't going down like that.
We only trying to be great. You can't see. They calling us narcissists, cult leaders. We just trying to wake the fuck up and become kings and queens again for real. Y'all keeping us down, bro.
Now you do what you want to do with that. But now you have a different perspective than what these goofy motherfuckers is trying to portray online.
What y'all thought about the presentation, man? Was that shit simple enough for y'all, man?
It's more than that, but...
Wait a minute. True, didn't you just testify?
I didn't want to be sitting up here talking about this shit for fucking 2-3 hours. I just needed enough to make a point, straight to the point.
I wasn't gonna get involved in this shit, but I'll use it. Now, my job ain't to convince nobody of shit.
Right.
My job is to lay the damn cards on the table and y'all do what y'all want to do with them, man.
Now, given all of the evidence that proclaims Mr. Bishop's innocence, why is it that Mr. Bishop still...
That's wild, because True just testified for the prosecution. Which, again, I'll stick by what I said, and I will say that these people left because they had to, not because they wanted to. You know what I mean? Wow, okay. There's that.